Alright, hello everyone, welcome back again to Mania 4K World Cup 2024. This time we have a bit of a match on our side here, Vietnam versus China. And so I guess the seed difference is pretty much like the one, I believe like Russia and the other match as well. Your commentator Mifa here, and apparently we have a bit of a second commentary, but I feel like it's gonna come soon. So I'll be actually commentating solo here for a little bit. So instead, we just go right into like the actual match itself. You know, Vietnam versus China has been kind of coming in clutch with their performances overall. So I believe it should be worth noting that both of these teams sort of kind of escaped from a tiebreaker situation. Instead, they got some close matches overall. Vixile took him in, I believe, in all the rest of the Vietnam side. So I should think that whenever this kind of match comes close, I believe that this could go into potential tiebreaker. And yeah, as you might all know, I believe we already have a second commentator coming forward here, and I believe it's gonna be Reveal. How's it going?
Hello, yes. This might be a little bit last minute, but I got my notes for this one, Vietnam versus China. This is the first time they'll be facing each other in the 4K MWC, so very exciting to see these two teams finally meet. And at the semi-finals as well. Very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. This kind of matchup, you can tell by the seed difference, it's not that much to go off for, but looking at previous performances, they have been quite outstanding to say the least, and they should be able to perform as well as they could do on the much later late games. You know, like the pool itself is really hard, and especially Rice by itself has a really high potential of just breaking all over the place essentially.
Yeah, interestingly enough, just looking at the maps shared between these two teams, China have actually been better than Vietnam on all of them. Rice 4, Rice 6, Hybrid 2, Hybrid 3, and SV2. All China better than Vietnam. There will be Rice
yeah,
one
okay,
ban.
we
Ooh.
already see. Yeah, China going for actually banning banning the speed pick in general, Joker. And we already saw Protects here, like we seeing an also original Protect here, Void of Altair Hybrid 2. So interesting enough that we haven't seen a single hybrid being picked yet. Maybe this is one, I think, for this match.
Yeah, finally you might see some hybrid action in these semi-finals. We have yet to see a single hybrid come out. Maybe this will be the match.
I mean, we have seen Hybrid 3 being protected, but it's never actually being picked, so...
Yeah, thanks Philippines. Okay, Vietnam's ban. Probably one of the hybrids, I think. China are very good at hybrids.
Yeah, China has been doing decently well, I guess, in the quarterfinal hybrid. Carry Me Away has been kind of one of the things that they would actually play because of in terms of physicality, but being the protect that Vietnam does have is really interesting to see. Or I guess China being the protect actually for the hybrid too. So you know, it could go either way.
Yeah, it is quite close, and
Ooh,
Rice 6
okay.
actually.
No enemies.
I guess it makes sense, yeah.
So all Rice bans here, seems like. They do not like Rice, apparently.
You know, fair enough. I mean, China have been like quite decent at Rice, but not always the strongest, and Vietnam have also been somewhere around there, a step lower maybe.
Yes, interesting. Yeah, we're probably gonna be seeing the lower half of the picks here.
Yeah.
I think for most of the entire match.
For sure.
So no protects, no bans on SVs either. So it's just left out there. Maybe both of these teams really do put the amount a good amount of effort to practice both of those SVs.
I mean, China did practice both SVs last weekend. I don't think Vietnam did.
Well, let's be honest. I feel like any of these SVs are. It's just gonna be a chicken game, most likely.
But yeah, let's see what Vietnam will want to go for. Personally, I think LN might be good start.
At this point, either LN or the hybrid is just gonna be trying one side and going to the other. But this time we're going for Premium Attraction, LN Density. More of the straightforward LN jump stream, kind of almost. Yeah, this time around, when pools are getting hard, you would expect to see the physicality come into play, and it was most likely gonna fall off every time when these pigs are being introduced to the match. So you can see a little bit of a swap in terms of your usual 3-man team, especially if your team is very versatile. You should be able to see the more physical player to be able to play most of the speedier longer jump streams.
Yeah, I'm expecting Tyrix to play this alongside Donex and Yasun. Interesting to see that Parasol is in for China.
Yeah, Turks and Donex has been. I believe like Donex has been performing amazingly well. I guess for most of the LN density picks. I believe like he also played like Classic or Einheit in the quarterfinals. So Premium Attraction should be a walk in the park most likely. Well, not in terms of how you would get a like really high accuracy. Just being able to consistently pull combo is enough.
Yeah, and we do see Joki, Vixao, and Toki Yume coming for Vietnam.
Either Vixile or Tridon, because I'm seeing a bit of an invites, but not too sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking Vixao might be a better choice here. Okay.
This seems like
wait,
we're getting it, I think.
Wait, they're requesting for Tridon. This is gonna be it. Okay, Tridon playing this.
Has Tridon ever actually played any of the LN? I guess LN density picks. I think.
Yeah, not off the top of my head, but this is interesting.
I guess it's quite enough because of LN jump stream. You can just kind of play it as like jump stream for most of the time. It's just whether or not they are actually able to hang on for most of the accuracy, most likely. But here we go. This is the first pick of the match. 3-minute traction.
Yep, and it is Vietnam's pick, so we'll see if they'll be able to start this match strong.
You would highly expect that very less misses because of how straightforward it is.
Yeah, so far at the start here, China actually have the accuracy advantage, but it might change quite drastically later on. Axizuna holding the lowest accuracy in the lobby.
Alright, not too bad overall, or everyone so far has been doing as did the opening fairly well, or decently well I should say, because only accuracy is the lowest being 99.5 on the side of Rizuna, but not too much yet.
And Donex actually picked up a bit of an accuracy drop. They are rushing some of these patterns, which might be causing this lead to slowly shrink towards Vietnam. But Vietnam's accuracies are all slowly falling as well.
Okay, we're reaching in the a little bit of a intermission, almost a break section almost, but still getting there. No lead whatsoever. Still, everyone's still square.
Yeah.
No misses all around.
This is very tiny. Very tiny
God.
lead. It might be shrinking because Donex dropping accuracy.
Everyone survived until the break section here, and only the lead is been cut down to the Vietnamese side now.
This lead is all because of Parasol Tree, who is holding the highest accuracy by far as Tridon finds a couple of misses. This might solidify China's lead.
Not enough yet. There's been a couple of wonky patterns here in the last jump kick section. Actually, the lead is probably not actually kind of going to the Vietnamese side here, but it does seem like the lead is going anywhere. Not quite enough, actually. China's going to be taking away with this lead now.
Yeah, barring any silly mistakes at the end, this is a China point, a break point to start off, and not the start that Vietnam wants in an elimination match. We'll see the accuracy though. This was close.
5-way FC, only one miss aside of straight on there. Just look at that. 8-8-16, 10-5-5.
Okay, well, the 200 game was definitely in the favor of Vietnam.
Close enough, actually. I believe like the ratio might be in point of contention here because of most likely kind of similar, but the 200 count from China is a little bit worse for wear against Vietnam.
Yeah. But yeah, the combos managed to edge out just a little bit and give that point to China. Now China, they have actually quite a lot they can pick from. I would want to see Hybrid come out here.
If anything, if the rice picks come into play, it's not gonna be like all jump streams or maybe on the side of like technical picks.
Yeah,
Minefield Outlaw is Minefield Outlaw is a bit of a a toss up actually.
I mean, China's core jack's good, but yeah, Vietnam also has pretty good core jack. It's a very, very huge risk.
Either are they sticking into LNs, or is just picking any of these hybrids, which essentially we haven't seen any of them.
I mean, just basing off the performances from the quarterfinals, surely China might be thinking of starting with hybrids first, but they are going for Rise 5. Okay, we're going to see Tech come out first. Alright.
The rigid cold hard. It's very rigid, is quite mini jacky, is almost burst like one trail bursty. It's I'm not too sure. I have no idea on how they're gonna score on most of the tech picks like this because it's fairly different from like the quarterfinals.
The interesting thing about like these tech picks is that I think China has a very versatile set of players that can play these tech maps. And then for Vietnam, it's basically only three. Joki, Rizuna, and Vixal. So we should be seeing Vixal coming for Vietnam.
Yeah, we should see. I'm not liking my chances here. Giving a tech pick as the first pick is quite bold. let me just say that.
I mean, very interesting lineup from China as well, having Donex, I Don't Know, and Parasol Tree. You would think maybe Nyasun Fanboy would play something like this.
Yeah, you would think Nyasun Fanboy would be able to go with this, but apparently not. Still waiting for the third player, most likely Vixal, I think.
Yeah, I'm just also thinking what could Vietnam go for next, because the LN didn't work. It almost worked, but it didn't. Would they still want to stay with LN or try something else? Yeah. I think if there wasn't the miss, they would have won that, I think, but I don't know if they might want to still stick with LNs or try something else. I mean, just looking at like the performances between Vietnam and China in the quarterfinals, this is looking quite bleak for Vietnam to really pick much. But they might have something up their sleeves.
They have options, but not to not a whole lot of to think. Actually, the one's still staying in, seems like.
No, Vixal, okay. I don't know if that's because Vixal's not here, or if Triduan is actually like going to be the dedicated third player for the tech maps of the semifinals. We'll have to see.
Well, picks like this are very volatile because tech pick you would expect to miss like or in a random places or unexpectedly you you would think you would hit them, but you essentially didn't. So it just might cost the points. But we'll see though.
But yeah, very erratic patterning. Right from the
It's a,
start.
it's just a couple of ascending, descending jump butts, not too much.
Yeah, it might catch some players off guard. I mean, Rizuna holding the lowest accuracy, 99.7, but they will definitely be climbing up as the other two Vietnam players. Oh boy, 99.95, 99.93. Definitely giving Vietnam this lead right now.
I think most players at this point shouldn't worry about the first half too much because second half is quite backloaded. Actually,
Oh,
Reason
no.
finding the first miss actually.
Yeah, I believe it was one of the long jacks and Rizuna got caught quite badly. 99.5 now, lead goes back to China. Oh, and Joki as well!
Second miss actually from Vietnam actually. There's a 200 after that too. So it wasn't the cleanest of drops, but it could have been worse.
Oh no!
What we doing? There's no MCs on Vietnam side now.
This just looked like a domino chain. Just one player falling after the other, and China all three standing.
Yeah, there's still like the second half of it. Like I said, it's pretty backloaded, so they might have to watch out though.
Oh, as you say that, Parasol already finds the first miss for China.
Miss here in all places.
Yeah. Still two players doing really well for China. I don't know when Donex holding the same accuracy.
Alright, entering second half should be... The patterns are more rigid, kind of there. It's just more jump buddy at most.
Yeah, Vietnam having to play catch up as Joki finds a miss and that resets the catch up. This is looking even better for China.
Looking even better. The patterns did not even relent at all.
Oh, and Donex actually picked up a bit of an accuracy drop, so I don't know now leads this lobby. As they find an accuracy drop themselves, but it's not going to matter too much unless they pick up multiple misses. There has to be multiple misses at this point. 24,000 points of a lead as Tridon builds upon this lead for China. Wow. Indeed.
It's quite a bit of a struggle here for Vietnamese to be able to keep on combo here. There's already like a couple misses on respective players, like Joki for example, also as well. Trido and also keep on repeating the misses. China doesn't seem to, they don't want to miss in here. Seems like they're really able to play the more riskier side of picks.
Yeah, very comfortable lead. And I believe that should be two-way FC for China. Very strong score from I don't know as well. 3.
1, 3, and 4. 1.
Wow.
That's quite a team score they got there. Parasol 3 could have been a really good score without that miss.
Yeah, and the ratios are really good as well. I mean, Joki as well, 310. The second lowest besides Donex.
Yeah, 310, 312, 303, 398. That's all around just sub 400, 300 for China though. That's quite a disgusting to look at. That's a decent point for China, but you know, Vietnam has to respond with something that is not straightforward picks.
Back to the conversation of what Vietnam can go for. Will they still want to stick by L lens? Or will they want to try something else? Probably not hybrids, but if they aren't going to go for hybrids, SVs, if they did practice.
Yeah, this might take a little bit of a time to look at most of the picks because, you know, straightforward picks, like the only straightforward picks left are just the rice picks, and they arguably LN1 fake. It's just whatever. I guess the density doesn't really pick up that much, but it's quite release heavy almost.
Yeah, but they are taking their time for this one. I mean, when the stakes are this high, when elimination is on the line, you want to get everything right. And so far, it is China that's getting everything right.
I would think like LNZ were risky, and they're going for
Okay.
Dinan I Love. Ooh.
Okay, they are still going to stick by LN. I mean, also original, really good song. I'm all in for it. For Vietnam, I mean, again, this might be a coin toss after what we saw Dreaming Attraction, but it might work out.
I'm sensing a theme with how these teams were picking the middle column because all the picks have been in the middle column. But yeah, the really good original. I recommend looping this.
Oh yes, I definitely have. And let's see the players for this one. I mean, Tridon's on the wrong side. There we go, on the right side with Vic Sao. So Vic Sao was available, and Joki playing for Vietnam and China. Well, we'll wait for the players to come in, but it should be...
I mean, it should be Turks, Donex, or
Nyasun? Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Actually waiting for Turks to come in now. This should be relatively. I guess you would think that the most comfortable pick for the from Chinese players is actually going to be Turks, because Turks has been playing quite a bit of like odd snappings of LNs here. This is kind of a dump, and this might work well in their favor.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, only swap from I guess for both sides are only Yasuo Fanboy and Vixile, because Vixile has been kind of absent in the first long lived pick we saw earlier.
Yeah, this should be the final 6 then. The more sensible 3A? Well...
not quite sure where to... Is it Parasol or Turks?
The last second touchdown for Parasol Tree. No Turks again!
Interesting. Okay, so alright, so with no Turks, we can see Parasol Tree. I mean, Parasol Tree has did fairly well on Dreaming Attraction, but I guess most of the time, the releases shouldn't matter. Parasol Tree should be able to play very well on it.
Yeah.
Also, big shoutouts to Poly Trevor for making the background image for this though.
Oh yes, this background's really nice. Very spooky. It fits the Mania skin that we have as well, purple. But so far, accuracy-wise, Vietnam have just the better accuracies, all three of them.
Yeah, better ratio, but I mean, it's going to change most likely.
Yeah.
I guess most of the time you would see less 200 count, but this time better ratio, so we'll see how it happens.
So with these releases, there might be more potential for accidental overholding or underholding and getting hundreds as Joki finds the first miss of Vietnam, and this might shift it back to China. I don't know. Accuracies are still favoring Vietnam.
Joki's miss are it's very clean. There's only that one miss.
Yeah, they're still holding 0.6 as Nyasu Fanboy finds the first miss of China, and that's a huge miss! Down to 0.2!
99.2, that is indeed quite a bit of a drop there for China there. 5,000 points, which is not a whole lot.
It isn't a lot. With how much Nyasun Fanboy dropped, that is not a large lead for Vietnam.
I mean, safely, because all accuracies from Vietnam is beating everyone in China now, so it's good. Essentially, it's not too much of a step down.
Yeah, but we are only halfway through. And China are slowly trying to get themselves back up, but I think Donex and Parasol Tree dropped accuracy, Nyasun picked up accuracy. But because of that, I think the lead is actually growing towards Vietnam.
Still staying strong with the lead there, actually going to the 5 digits now.
Oh
no! Trino with a miss there, actually. There's no, I mean, I guess the miss is kind of clean as well, so it's only like 6,000. 6,000 point lead now. It's not that much of a drop, actually.
They went from, I believe, 0.71 to 0.63. So, like, compared to, like, Nyasun, it was very clean. So, yes, this lead is... Wait,
Oh
that's
no, that's
this
a
time, this
client.
time. Okay. Vietnam still has the lead.
I mean, you would normally see the leads goes down when it's just a client. It should be it should refresh soon. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Okay.
Okay, we're seeing coming to the last quarter actually. The lead's kind of
this last
cut down
quarter.
actually.
This last quarter does not let up one bit. So it's all here from all out.
Still, actually, everyone nailing this quite well. Actually, all 6 players. No,
Oh,
that's
that's
a big
miss.
smile.
That's a real miss from Big Sao this time. And that's another
Oh my
miss.
God.
That's the miss for China.
Lead goes to
Right
China
at the
now.
end. Why is it every single time this map gets played, we see stuff like this happen? Can China get a chokehold on this lead?
There's only this one section remain. I don't think. Yeah, Joki, that's a
it.
nail in the coffin.
Wow. Wow.
Very unfortunate. You would think that Vietnam's taking the lead, but no, China's being able to pull back.
I am actually in quite shock that China were able to pull it off.
3-0 to China now. That's another breakpoint.
Ooh. I mean, this is catastrophic for Vietnam. I think their mentals might be slightly down the gutter after that performance. But China must be feeling good.
At this point, China will have to go with hubris because Cold Heart has been kind of quite. Has been the most decisive lead on that pick. I mean, if they did pick hubris, that's continuing the theme of the middle picks, you know.
I mean, oh my
actually,
gosh!
It's
No way!
One OS original after the other.
And not just that, we're also sticking with the middle column theme.
There you go.
Oh, that is incredible. And also, like, a reasonable pick. Because China have been very good at hybrids, especially Hybrid 1, Hybrid 2 lately. This makes sense.
Yeah, changing direction is a good thing when you. I mean, I guess China has been picking most of the hybrids.
Yeah, China played every single hybrid from the quarterfinals. Vietnam played the second and third one, but not the first. So these two teams are very familiar with hybrids now.
Yeah, at this point, Vietnam is probably switching either Rizma or actually still Trader 1, okay.
And for China, I mean, very flexible team.
I mean, I believe China did play Caribbean away with Ganyu Angel on this as the third player. This time around, it's not gonna be the case. Now some fanboy is actually staying in.
And it's a Donix playing. Well, Donix did get the best score for China on Hybrid 3, which was Dragonlance. But that was the only hybrid that Donix played last weekend.
Yeah, this one I believe it's simple enough to grasp that this kind of hybrid. I'm not sure if this is the most mystical one out of all the hybrids because Hybrid 3 exists and it's not the most I guess the most physical one. It's just complex, the most complex out of all of them. Let's see if they can actually break another point actually for Vietnam in this case because China's been picking most of the hybrids from the entirety of the tournament.
Yeah, let's get ourselves into another OS original. Shoutouts to Saturn for this amazing art.
Let's see what happens.
Vietnam needs something, and it might be a tall order for them to try and get a big point on hybrids against China, but anything is possible, and Vietnam really need to believe in miracles.
You never know what's about to happen. Okay, okay, yeah. A bit of a shield to start off with. Should be no trouble at all getting through all of them.
Yeah, a bit of an accuracy drop off for Parasol Tree. Just a little bit scary for them. But they are holding on to combo, which matters the most as the lead now flickers because Vietnam have more consistent accuracies across the board.
All at the 99.8 range, except for Parasol Tree, we're climbing to the 99.7s. But even then, it's nothing to worry about. If you miss, then you essentially give the lead over.
Yeah, and
there
you
say go.
That Big Sao will be the
Big
first
Sao.
one. That's nasty. That is nasty. 99.4 now, climbing up to 0.5. That is not good start for Vietnam.
It doesn't seem to be the case actually. Vixala kind of struggling with a lot of 200s actually on the shields.
Yeah, but Nyasun Fanboy actually drops quite a bit of accuracy himself. Now Donek's the only one holding a 99.8 from China, matching Tridon. As Joki follows slightly behind, so this lead might actually slowly go back to Vietnam if Vixal can catch up.
Yeah, at this point the interlude should be easy act recovery for, I guess, for all of these players really. So, Parasol Tree with quite a bit of a drop actually.
That's
now
a
the
nasty
lead is
one
going
too.
nowhere. The lead's going nowhere now.
Oh boy, China need to hold on because the lead is
Second
going
half
back
of
to
it.
Vietnam.
At this point, Vixal needs to stay and hang on to dear life here.
Yeah, not just that too, the other two players of Vietnam have to hold on because China are not letting this go.
Parasol Tree recovered quite nicely after that miss earlier. Vixal still staying on the accuracy like 9.5 throughout the entire way through after that miss.
Oh, Donex picked up an accuracy drop. They were 0.8, now 0.7. And now there's a sizable difference, but
Joki with the miss!
There's no way Lightning strikes twice! There's no way Lightning strikes twice!
There's no SCs on Vietnam's side now. Vietnam's falling apart here.
At the face of the end of the map, they do it again!
China's gonna run away with this now, and literally there's not much of the map left. It's gonna take it at like about 8,000 point lead now. China extending that lead to 4-0.
I guess Lightning can strike twice. China, again, from behind.
Oh, there's that one bonk sound. There you go.
Yep,
I forgot about that.
the Akiri classic, the Akiri bonk. As China make it 4. Oh my gosh, these accuracies. Oh boy.
They're all quite similar. Actually, Trido on there with like 101. Essentially the best accuracy on the board. Is just that unfortunate that one miss just ruins it. There you go. Vietnam has to fix here, and I don't know if they want to go with the other LNs here. It doesn't work for them.
Oh boy. I mean, it didn't work because they lost, but like both maps, they had like the lead for like a good amount of the map, and then they threw it. So something tells me they might still want to gamble. But I would not be surprised if they try something else. There we go. There we
There's
go.
The other SV. Does this count as a middle pick? I think so.
You know what? Sure, it does count.
Half middle? Is there anything like a half middle?
Semi-middle.
Yeah, we haven't seen SV2 either, or Beatboxer, being played. We have seen SV1, but we haven't seen SV2.
Okay, well, now the big question when it comes to SVs, has China practiced it enough?
I mean,
because
China.
Vietnam, they picked this, so that means they're prepared.
Well, at this point, if they didn't practice it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So the third player is going to be. Actually,
I have no idea who's gonna be the third for Vietnam. I want to say Joki, but I don't think Joki plays SVs. I know they played First Frost, but Vietnam didn't do that well on First Frost.
But yeah, we're seeing first time Ganyu. I guess first time in the match.
Yeah.
Ganyu Angel being played for most of the SVs, I would reckon, because they did play hybrid, but at this point, hybrids for them is actually it's quite a lot for the take actually on the physicality side.
Yeah, the step up between quarterfinals and semifinals. Probably a bit too much for Ganyu, but they definitely can excel in SVs. They played both SV maps last weekend for China, so no surprise. As Tradon is coming in for Vietnam.
I mean, Tradon did play a little bit of an SV, but how much of they are going to put the amount of effort is still unknown.
Yeah, we shall see this firsthand. First time it's being played in this tournament. And boy, this is a map. This is one of the maps.
One of the maps.
One of the maps. For first timers, if you've never seen it, you're gonna be in for a ride.
I mean, if you see like 150 or something like that, something's wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, so far in this intro, accuracy's favoring China, but everyone's still holding on to FCs. But here we go.
Well, I mean, China did take the lead momentarily.
The slow jump and stutters actually tripping up Tridon a bit with the accuracy as well as Vixal.
Donnex actually quite a bit of a dip there, actually. 99.3
Yeah.
on the side. Oh, Vixal,
no.
there's a 98.
Both Vixal and Tridon. But Donnex finds the first miss.
Donnex with the first miss, but that accuracy is quite... Actually, Turk's going down to 99.3, so the lead might actually not going anywhere.
Oh,
Toki, that's annoying. That's bad, actually.
Yeah, no.
97 for Vixal.
Oh boy.
Ganyu Angel though. 91.7.
Yeah, I was about to say Ganyu Angel is just, my goodness. 99.7 at this point.
Can't believe a Genshin player plays SV.
The more you know. Okay, I think we're going back into another section really soon.
Soon enough. I mean, the lead is quite a sizable one, so we're gonna need a lot more to miss.
Alright, here. Yeah, Vixal finds the first miss of this section.
Yeah, first
The
victim
L-Lens
of that.
stutters.
There you go. Second.
Tudon. I think that might be it. I think it is going to be very difficult for Vietnam to pull this back unless China pick up multiple misses.
Yeah, this was 75,000 point lead. That's quite unrecoverable when you have this much of a map left. That is trivial enough to do. But Vixal is quadding doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Oh, Ganyu
Angel!
Oh, on the quad as well.
Seems like the only player that is going to FC is Turks, but you know, at this point, quite a good score actually. Almost 980 or around 980 at the very least.
Yeah, that is definitely 980. 986.
Wow. God, okay. That's Turks the only FC in the entire lobby. Yep, there you go. That is a good 200 count for most of the bottom row actually.
Yeah, Toki Yume as well, but I mean Ganyu with 2, Turks with 5. And Turks with a PB as well, not like it really mattered because they destroyed.
Well, 10,000 is quite a lot for a personal best. If you know, you know, 10,000 is quite a from like 99.3 to 99.6 kinda. But that's a 5-0 victory. That's another rank point. So China's looking really solid now.
China looking very solid, and also their own pick.
Is it Hubris? Because I wanted to say Hubris.
I mean, the maps we have left in the middle column with Rise 2, Rise 7, and SV1.
Hey, whatever you are thinking, don't look at the left and the right side. Just look at the middle.
The only maps you can pick are in the middle. You're now playing with that resolution of your screen. It'll
Or
be so
essentially-
funny. No,
Yeah, there you go.
It's actually,
The middle.
it's actually still.
They're
Oh
doing
my gosh! There's no way. I swear it's a coincidence that this is happening, but it is so funny.
Hubris it is. Middle row is alive. Or middle column, I should say, not
I
middle.
made a column. We get another. Wait, I think we got all three also originals.
Is this what their intention?
They know. They know.
Okay, so, so essentially China picks 2 originals and Vietnam picked 1. So I thought it's China pick all 3 of them. That's a that's kind of a weird flex.
I mean, the one also original that was picked was a Vietnam side that they lost by like a couple of thousand points right at the end.
Yeah, this one quite similar to Cold Heart, but essentially it's just faster and a little bit more in line with most of the straightforward picks in particular. It's just weird.
It is very weird, very abrasive as well. 264 BPM with these patterns are not a joke, and I believe, as what Mash said in the last match, 5.47 star rating is an absolute lie.
I mean, it's accurate in terms of if you do not play overrated star rating. I mean, Triumph and Regret is still higher than this. The more you know, that jump trail inflates a whole lot. I mean, there's a bit of a jump trail in this, but you get the idea.
Well, quote unquote, yeah. Well, let's see how well these 6 will fare. I mean, China with Parasol 3, I don't know. Donex is definitely the main one for China here. And for Vietnam, it should be Joki that I should be looking at.
I didn't realize that reason I play with this kind of low scroll speed that I can actually read. Lead so far actually doesn't go anywhere.
I want to say that, like, if you look at the accuracies, I don't know who's the lowest. And then you have Parasol 3 cancelling out Rizuna. But Donex's accuracy.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, that's 100. That's 100-point difference actually. For that 3 to 1 that. There's a miss there. Oh, okay. Not a good sign already.
Yeah, Vietnam having to play catch up again.
I mean, there's still quite a bit of the material to go with, and all sections didn't really matter because of how abrasive and weird this is.
Yeah, Donex's accuracy, my goodness. Still holding a 99.9 at this stage.
Joki's trying to catch up, but
Yeah.
with another miss as well
Oh.
already. 2 miss, but that drop is reasonably clean.
Yeah, but this is not gonna help Vietnam's case to try and get this lead back. China now extended to 14,000. As Donex finally drops below 99.9.
I mean, yeah, Donex is already like 9.9 below, just below that. But China doesn't want to miss, essentially. That's all the rice picks in particular. I don't think they don't want to miss.
Yeah, and Rizuna falls as well. China are just holding the combo consistency and with accuracy to match.
We're running out of
looking
time,
good.
actually.
Yeah, we're on to the last quarter. Joki, the only one left staying for Vietnam. They are beating Parasol and I don't know, but they are just below Donex.
Yeah, even with this kind of chain jump, but it doesn't really letting anyone off guard. Only this one section left that is just consistently, it's just constant density, which doesn't really facing any troubles for China, unless they don't want to miss. But you get the idea.
Yeah. 22,000 points of a lead for China to throw away at this stage is looking very, very hard.
Yep, there you go. Still, I mean, it's still already quite a lead they got there. It's too late at this point.
It is indeed too late, but Donex did fall. a bit of accuracy now matching Joki, so we'll see who's gonna be the lobby MVP as China get their 6 at match point.
That's very narrowly in Joki's MVP actually.
26!
6 points there. That's a V1SS for Parasol 3. That's also very
Oh.
impressive.
Yeah, just that ratio. Losing out to Donix and Joki, but V1SS is also very impressive. I mean, like, that China team score is just ridiculous.
Maple doesn't seem to be... I mean, Maple is still too easy. China
easy.
at this point. 5 200s in total.
Mint, you need to make this pool harder. These players are too good.
Yeah, at this point, finals is in the horizon, but at this point, it's just a tall order for Vietnam to be able to catch up to 6 points. You know, essentially, at this point, it's in Vietnam's court to at least get a point, but they don't have a lot of options, do they?
This is their last pick, potentially, if China sweep. So they need to think this one hard.
SB? I just don't know.
The temptations are there. The middle column might stand, but I don't know how long it might stand for.
Actually, now that I think about it, I hate SB1 being picked, actually, because it doesn't form a middle column anymore.
It's a base. It's a base.
I kinda wish they go with the jump stream thing, like Uchoten Vivace or Black Chocolates, but you know, in the middle religion, that's a Uchoten Vivace should be the one.
Yeah. China now on the cusp of making it to Sunday at least. Vietnam now having to fight for their tournament lives. They need a reverse sweep. And what is their pick going to be as the timer is slowly running out?
Nope, they're staying away from the middle. Staying away from the middle. Going for Azizai.
Hey, you know what? Maybe this will break the curse, you know, since all the picks have been in the middle column and they've all been China's victory. Maybe going for something else that's not the middle column might actually give them a point.
Well, China's middle column is working for them, so why not just break it? Maybe this is the breakthrough.
Maybe.
Oh, actually, yeah. So essentially, is it Ganyu Angel playing, or is it Yasu Fanboy for China?
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see what China has for their third player. I mean, the tree for Vietnam, I think it's the same Big Joki Tree Duan, and it is gonna be Nyasun for China.
Okay, so seeing Yasu Fanboy, I guess now the 3-man team for most of the hybrid and longer team is gonna be this. Nonex, Naruto, Tree, Yasu Fanboy. Yeah, this is the last line of defense for Vietnam here. If Vietnam lost this, China will pick up the brooms.
Yeah, now fighting for survival. Alright, let's see if this is going to be the pick that finally gets Vietnam on the board and perhaps start an improbable comeback. Once we get everyone loaded from China's side. Alright, here we go. This could be the farewell anthem, or it could be the start of something for Vietnam.
Either a continuation of this match or the swan song. And it might actually will, considering how, you know, have been dominant for China most of the times. But it could be proven wrong.
It is LN, and the LN so far have been favoring Vietnam until they miss. So we'll see here.
That's essentially the story of Vietnam right here.
Yeah, the very unfortunate story. If they can just hold on, I think they should be able to get some points. But that is, of course, a big if.
Yeah, that's a big if. Score difference doesn't look like it's gonna go anywhere. But essentially, this kind of lead is just staying still. Oh, Sal already picked up a fix there.
I wanted to mention Vixel dropped a bit of accuracy and then he just completely dropped the combo, so now that just gives the lead to China.
Yeah, 8,000 point lead right now. Still not over yet. There's quite a bit to go. But well, essentially, that's a 3-0 game that's falling apart actually.
Oh boy, and this is a 20,000 point lead. China not letting up one bit this entire match.
I mean, essentially, they still all have 3 MCs, right? This is no joke. This is really hard out. This is a really hard long thing to be able to stay consistent on full convoy.
And their accuracies are very close to one another as well. Parasol 3 just being the only anomaly out of the 4 remaining FCs. Make it 3 remaining FCs.
Wow, okay. No FCs, that's all. Yep, I think that's a swan song for Vietnam, and this is looking like the end of the line for Vietnam here. Only placing top 12 this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Vietnam did not play a bad game. It's just that China were playing out of their minds today. 7-0! Could you believe this scoreline at the start?
Picking up their brooms here, and you know, Japan will have opponents essentially, because I believe China will be facing Japan.
Yes.
If I've been proven wrong, but again, Vietnam though, they did a lot to get here. Top 12 is no easy feat.
Yeah, they managed to defeat the Russian Federation to at least secure the top 12, but unfortunately they fell to South Korea, who are South Korea obviously, but yeah, ended up finally succumbing to China on their road in this 4K World Cup, and that will do it for them. China, like you said, will be facing Japan tomorrow, and it's already loaded on our screens here, 13 UTC.
Yeah, but the next 2 matches are winners bracket. United States versus Chile and South Korea versus Thailand. But
no more elimination.
Yep, there you go. No more eliminations from those 2 matches. They still have 1 more lifeline if they lost. But again, that's quite a lengthy break, is it? Like 9 hours from there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to see that match unfold, especially for United States being quite a bit of community favorites, essentially, after winning on their last year's Mini World Cup. And Chile, essentially their first time on winners bracket ever since 2017. Or yeah, at least I believe so in case.
Top 6. Yes. Like, this is one of the best finishes Chile would ever get in the World Cup.
Yeah, matching the 2017 feat, but Chile has to essentially have to beat the United States, essentially, to be able to force themselves into the podium stage, essentially.
But yeah, there's definitely going to be a match to watch.
But that's quite a bit of a break, though.
Yeah. It is going to be a bit of a break. But with that being said, is there anything else you want to add? Well, I got something to add because banners are still up for all of the teams, even if they have been eliminated, which includes Vietnam as well. If you want to get yourself a banner, the store is open and you are able to purchase as many banners as you want. You can buy multiple banners of one country, you can buy banners of all countries, and they'll show up on your profile stacked. And if you pick the country that wins the entire World Cup, then you get to keep that banner for slightly longer until the next Mania World Cup.
Absolutely, yeah. That is going to be it for, I believe, or according to our time, is going to be Saturday. So essentially, the end of the Saturday for us as well. Do you have anything else to say?
Nope, I think they'll do it for us here.
Alright, we should be seeing quite a bit of a closing the stream here, especially 9 hours from there is quite long. So be on the lookout for those matches. This is me, and Reveal will be signing off.
Yep, take care and good night.